Welcome to the page 16 of Ncert Biology of Biological Classification, second chapter. So today the previous class we were discussing about the kingdom Protista, and we have gone through chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, slime molds and euglenoids, and coming to protozoans, amoeboid protozoans, we were discussing about that. So they move and capture with the help of a false feet called as pseudopodia. We know that, right? Yes, they move and capture their prey by putting out the false feet called pseudopodia, and pseudo means false, podia means feet, and as in amoeba. And marine forms have silica shells. They says that the marine forms having on the surface what they have silica shells, and some of them such as amoeba are what they are parasites. So amoeboid protozoans, when we discuss, they live in freshwater, seawater or moist soil, and they move and capture the prey with the help of pseudopodia, false feet as in amoeba. And marine forms have silica shells on their surface, and some of them are and amoeba are parasites. Now coming to the second one under the protozoans, flagellated protozoans. So the members of this group are either free living, we can see them free living, or as parasite, that is living on the host body, and they have what? Flagella. From the name itself we came to know that they have flagella. The parasitic forms causing diseases. The parasitic forms, what they will cause? They will cause diseases such as what? Sleeping sickness. Example is trypanosoma causes, the flagellated protozoan causes sleeping sickness. Okay, so now coming to the third part of protozoans, that is third protozoan groups, that is ciliated protozoans. So cilia means what? We can see like this, right, on the surface of their body. This is called as cilia, right? Yes, these are aquatic and actively moving organisms. With the help of cilia, they are actively moving. Okay, then what? Because of the presence of thousands of cilia, and they have a cavity or gullet. What they say they have a cavity or gullet. That is, if you are considering their body, there will be a cavity or gullet, and through that, what is happening? When the cilia moves, the water laden food, that is, they have a cavity or gullet that opens to the outside surface, and what of the cell surface. The coordinated movement of the rows of cilia causes the water laden with food, that is water plus food, to be steered into this gullet. Okay, the water plus food will be steered into this gullet with the help of this cilia. Okay. Yeah, example is paramecium. Paramecium is an example. Okay, then paramecium, see, when we go to this picture, we can see the paramecium picture. The paramecium having the gullet, and the cilia are shown. So the cilia movement helps the water laden food into the gullet, and that's all about this paramecium. And that is coming under the ciliated protozoans. Then is sporozoans, the final one. Sporozoan means this include diverse organisms that have an infectious spore-like stage. Their infectious stage is called as spore-like stage in their life cycle. And most notorious is the plasmodium, that is malarial parasite, which causes malaria. So most of the notorious sporozoans is the plasmodium, which is causing the malaria. Malarial parasite, they are also known, and disease which has staggering effect on the human population. So it is mainly affecting in the human populations. Then what? Then comes the kingdom fungi. So under the kingdom fungi, the kingdom fungi constitute a unique kingdom of heterotrophic organisms. Hetero means what? Other. Tropic means what? Nourishment. So depending other feeders, that is depending on the other organisms for food. And they show a great variety in the morphology and habitat. And you must have seen fungi on moist bread. Yes, you have seen when we keep the bread for few days, there will be fungi on that, right? And rotten fruits you used to see. Then the common mushroom you eat and toadstools are all what? Fungi. So these groups, that is mushroom, toadstools, are all coming under the are all seen. We can see that the fungi is present in them. Yes, I mean mushroom is an example. And wait a second. And toadstool is a spore bearing body of fungus, typically in the form of rounded cap on stalk, especially one that is believed to be inedible or poisonous. A poisonous kind of mushroom, that is you would be seeing like a poisonous kind. Mushrooms you would be seeing, right? In that itself there will be poisonous toadstools and all, like white, see, white dots will be present, like these colors mushroom. Some are what? Some are poisonous. Okay, so under the mushroom there is poisonous mushroom also, and there is what? The mushrooms which is edible. Okay, next is the common mushroom you eat and toadstools are all also fungi, and white spots are seen on the mustard leaves. The mustard leaves, when we check, there will be white spots on that, and that are due to this parasitic fungus. And some unicellular fungi, example yeast, are used to make bread and beer. So you want unicellular, mostly they are, we used to say that multicellular, but one exception, unicellular fungi is there. So yeast are used to make bread and beer, right? So other fungi cause diseases in plants and animals, and wheat rust causing, rust means some kind of, the iron rusting and all, right? Likewise wheat rusting causing, that is in Puccinia. So plant disease causing fungi, one example is wheat rusting causing, that is Puccinia is an important example. And some of the source of antibiotics, penicillium, which is a good kind of fungi group, which we use as in antibiotics medicines. And fungi are cosmopolitan. What do you mean by cosmopolitan? They are occurring in air, water, soil, on animals and on plants. Okay, and they prefer to grow what? In warm and humid places. So they some moisture containing of warm places and all. And have you ever wondered why we keep food in the refrigerator? Because yes, it is to prevent from the going bad due to bacterial or fungal infections, because it is very cold in that. So the bacteria and fungi will not grow there. That's why we used to keep in refrigerator. And with the exception of yeast, which are unicellular, fungi are what? Filamentous. Fungi are filamentous structures, like thread-like filamentous structures. And we can say their bodies consist of long thread-like structures called hyphae. Their bodies have long thread-like structures called hyphae. Okay. Then what? These are called as hyphae, and the network of hyphae is known as mycelium. Lot of networks makes what? Mycelium. And some hyphae are continuous tubes with multinucleated. Some hyphae are what? They are continuous tubes with multinucleated cytoplasm. Okay, and these are called as synophytic hyphae. And others have a septate or cross walls. Others will be having a septate or cross walls. Okay, in their hyphae. And the cell walls of the fungi are composed of chitin. The cell wall is made up of the fungi is made up of chitin and polysaccharide. That is an important question of need point of view. And most fungi are what? They are autotrophic, that is depending on others, and absorb soluble organic matter from the dead substrates and and absorb the soluble or organic matter. Soluble organic matter from the dead substrates and are called as saprophytes. So they can be seen in autotrophic groups as saprophytes, that is depending on the dead substrates and deriving the soluble organic matter from them. And those that depend on the living plants and animals are called as parasites, living on the host body. And they can also live as a symbionts, that is in association with the, if it is in with the association with the algae, it is called as lichens, and if it is with the roots of higher plants, it is called as mycorrhizae. Okay, so two kinds of association shown. that one is fungi plus algae, which is lichen. Another is fungi plus roots of higher plants, which is mycorrhiza. And reproduction in fungi can take place by vegetative means, that is fragmentation. You know that if it splits, it will become small fragments, right? Yes, so that is fragmentation. And fission is the splitting one cell into two that you had seen. Then what? Budding. Budding in the sense one from one bud, small bud emerge, and this is separates and growing as new one. And asexual reproduction is by spores. So asexual reproduction in fungi takes place by spores. Okay, so that's all regarding this NCERT page 16 of the +1 biological classification, second chapter of NCERT textbook. And hope you are enjoying, and we will be uploading more videos and completing the entire NCERT textbook of +1 and +2, all chapters NCERT line by line we will hunt. We will explore and we will enjoy it. So keep watching, do subscribe and share the channel with your friends. And always remember, knowledge will become more only if it is shared. So you explore each and every line of NCERT, and you will be able to easily handle the NEET PYQ questions. So that's all. Thank you.